A very good evening and welcome to The World Now at 4 on Hills TV. Apologies for schedule. First, let's talk the headlines. And on the headlines, court convicts obese DG for money laundering. Still on the headlines, court rules asylum seekers lawful. Also on the headlines, Kennedy III confirmed as special envoy to Northern Ireland. And on sports, Messi named best player as Kylian Mbappe wins Golden Boot. And now the news in details. The Independent National Electoral Commission, that is INEC, said politicians cannot bypass the bimodal voter registration system, that is the BVAS technology, by purchase of permanent voters cards, that is the PVCs. INEC National Commissioner Festus Okoye stated this in an interview on Channels Television Sunday Politics. The electoral body described the alleged plans by politicians to manipulate the 2023 general elections as efforts are in futility. Away from that, the INEC commissioner also said polling units have been removed from shrines, churches, mosques, and homes of powerful politicians to ensure electoral integrity. He tasked voters to support the commission's efforts through shared responsibility and mandate protection to ensure free and fair elections in 2023. Bringing you more stories, let's have you know that the Federal High Court in Abuja has convicted the Director General of Peter Obi presidential campaign, Doyin Okupe, for money laundering. Recall that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, that is the EFCC, had arraigned Okupe in 2019 on a 59-count charge bordering on alleged money laundering and diversion of funds to the tune of 702 million naira. Okupe was said to have received cash from the Office of the National Security Advisor, that is the NSA, while Sambo Dasuki was in office. While delivering the judgment, Ojukwu found Okupe guilty of contravening Section 16, subsection 1 and 2 of the Money Laundering Act for accepting cash payments without going through a financial institution in excess of the threshold allowed under the Act. The matter has been stood down until 1:45 p.m. to allow Okupe call witnesses to witness and testify about his character as enshrined under Section 310 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, that is the ACJA. And now let's have you know that sharing love has become a norm, especially during the Christmas period. Even as the situation in the country grows tougher, Fanta Gold Media, the mother body of Hills TV Abuja, organized a road tour to touch the lives of residents and listeners around the city. Boss FM correspondent Ramsey Agbo completes the story.
In a bid to give back to the society, Boss FM 95.5 and her sister stations, Hills TV and Hills ETV, in a Christmas road tour went around some major locations in FCT to show residents love, as gift items were being given to residents who came out to celebrate with the team. It was a moment of joy at AYA, Gudu, Galadimawa, Lugbe, Bega, Gwarimpa, and Kubwa Access as the people came out in their numbers to have fun with Boss FM Hills TV and Hills ETV. Some of the residents who received different gift items expressed their joy.
I'm very happy because this is the first time I'm even coming out. Because for the past how many months now I'm not out. Thanks to Boss FM for giving me this gift.
Me, I feel happy today because they come out, they support us and even give me a gift. I thank God for that. And we thank God if people will be coming out and be celebrating with us like this, we'll be happy.
It's quite amazing. I discovered Boss FM is how to show love to people. I've not seen any radio station or TV station carrying out such a kind of love in a season like this. But I just have to thumb up for Boss FM. For you guys are great.
For the fact that Boss FM, they have to come out to show people love. They have to come out to make people smile again. They have to come out to make people know that yes, they really care for them. It's a very wonderful development.
This event is being put together at a time when the nation's economy is seriously down. Therefore, residents expressed their joy, saying this event is the first of its kind. They've never seen something like this being done by any radio station or television station before, and that this event has no equal.
As far as I'm concerned, in Abuja here, I've not seen a TV or radio station that goes about sharing gifts to people in the name of Christmas, felicitating with them. This is very unique. We are very happy with Boss FM.
I never see this kind of thing before. I say I want to thank them that they do well for this Xmas. So I say may God Almighty bless them.
Some staffs who were part of the planning process also spoke with Hills TV.
We always have a way of giving back to the society as Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, and also our sister stations Hills TV and Hills ETV. Last year it was Niger Boss Factor, and that was a gathering of people in a particular place. So this year we decided to go back and say thank you to everyone that has always listened to us. We chose 7 locations to do this: AYA, Apo, Gwarimpa, Galadima. We also went to Gudu, Kubwa, also, and Lugbe and Bega, to just say thank you. This is just the maiden edition, like you said, and we hope to do more of this, just to give back and say thank you and make somebody happy, because really they are bosses of their space and you should make them feel like a boss wherever they are.
I'm so happy. There was no any hitch, there was no problem on the road, the traffic was so smooth. Mothers, children, fathers, elderly ones.
Important. This is a major social corporate responsibility done in love and care.
It's been a successful Christmas road tour by Hills TV and Boss FM 95.5, the maiden edition, and it has never happened before. We want to say a very big thank you to all of you that came out, and a very big thank you to Boss FM. It is a wonderful one, and we expect to see more of this. Ramsey Agbo, Hills TV.
When we return, news from all the parts of Africa. Don't go away. Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. And now let's talk more stories. At least 2 Burkinabe soldiers and 6 civilians were killed and 2 confirmed from security and local sources. The first attack took place near Borom in the northern province of Namentanga, where a team of defense and security forces, that is the FDS, on a mission hit an improvised explosive device. The second attack, also on Saturday, occurred in the village of Kakode on the Tenkodokondo Bito Road in the east-central part of the country near Ghana. Since 2015, Burkina Faso has been regularly plagued by jihadist attacks that have killed thousands and forced some 2 million people to flee their homes. These attacks by groups linked to the Islamic State and Al-Qaeda targeting military and civilian have increased in recent months. Mainly, the rule that government's plan to deport migrants to Rwanda is lawful. The court ruled that the scheme did not breach the UN's Refugee Convention or human rights laws today. The case of seekers had not been properly considered and would need to be reconsidered, according to judges. Home Secretary Suella Braverman said she is committed to making the Rwanda policy work. A hearing will take place in January to deal with any appeal applications. Also speaking, former Home Secretary Priti Patel announced the government's plan to deport some people to Rwanda back in April. The first deportation flight which was due to take off on 14 July, was grounded following a series of objections from lawmakers for several asylum seekers, along with the Public and Commercial Services Union, that is the PCS, and charity Care for Calais and Detention Action. We'll now very quickly take a bus walk away from this one and bring to you that Joe Kennedy III has been confirmed as the new U.S. Special Envoy to Northern Ireland. Kennedy will focus on economic development and closer ties and not political issues such as Brexit or the Northern Ireland Protocol. The U.S. State Department said he would concentrate on advancing economic development and investment opportunities in Northern Ireland. Kennedy tweeted that the appointment was an incredible honor. Northern Ireland Secretary of State Chris Heaton Harris said he looked forward to welcoming Joe to Belfast in the near future. And now talking more stories, 5 people have died after a gunman opened fire at a block of flats in Toronto, Canada. Police has responded to reports of the shooting at the building in Vaughan about the motive, including a possible connection between the gunman and the victims. York Police Chief Jim McQueen said attending officers were met with a horrendous scene with numerous deceased victims found in different flats of the building. In a tweet, Vaughan's Mayor Stephen Del Duca extended condolences to the families of the victims. And now let's quickly move away from that story. Revenue in the month of November 2022. The Customs Area Controller Mohammed Gidado, in response to the development, stated that the month of November 2022 is not a productive month in the annals of the MMIA Command. This was contained in a statement made available to the public and newsmen through the Public Relations Officer Joshua Tomo about the activities of the force. The command also disclosed that in the past 4 months it has generated a sum of 7.02 billion naira, a 5% increase from 6.8 billion naira recorded in 2022. And now let's get on to this one and have you know that Twitter users have voted in favor of Elon Musk stepping down as the platform's chief executive after the billionaire ran a poll on his future. A total of 57.5% voted yes after Musk asked his 122 million followers whether he should stand down. Musk, who bought Twitter for $44 billion US, said before the poll closed he would abide by the result. The technology tycoon, who also runs Tesla and SpaceX, has faced much criticism since taking over the site. Musk is yet to comment since the poll closed. Even if he were to resign as chief executive, he would remain as Twitter's owner. More than 17.5 million users voted in a poll today, with 42.5% voting no to Musk stepping down. And now let's quickly get away from that one and get on this short break. When we come back, it will be more on sports. Don't go away.
Good evening and welcome to Sports News on World Now at 4. I am Richard Badum. On sports, just to let you know quickly that following the successful establishment of the African Basketball League, that is BAL, the FIBA African is set to establish a women's league similar to the men's competition. The BAL tournament was established in the continent a few years back with Rivers Upas as the first Nigeria representative. According to the update, FIBA wants to correct the imbalance between the men's and women's games. The meeting was held in Maputo, the capital of Mozambique, under the president of FIBA, Anita Manave, as in attendance the president of the FIBA World, Hamani Nyang, and the president of the 7 zones of Sports African Confederations. Kwara Falcons will represent Nigeria in the 2023 edition for the men's tournament after they emerged as the winner of the Nigeria League. And away from that, talking about the World Cup in Qatar, Argentina's Lionel Messi was named best player and France's Kylian Mbappe won the Golden Boot Award after scoring 8 goals in the World Cup. The award was given to them sensationally after the final game. Messi, 35, led Argentina to their 3rd World Cup title, scoring twice in the final as they beat France in a dramatic penalty shootout. He netted 7 goals in 7 games and became the first player to score in each round of the same World Cup since the last 16th round was introduced in 1986. He is also the first player to win the Golden Ball Award twice since it was introduced in 1982, after also winning the honor in 2014. Mbappe was top scorer with 8 goals, including a hat-trick in the final. It was the first treble in a World Cup final since Sir Geoff Hurst in 1966, when England defeated West Germany. Before we move away from sports, World Soccer ruling body FIFA has released the official ranking of teams that participated in the just concluded 2022 World Cup in Qatar. South American giant Argentina, who emerged winner of the competition, topped the list after the defeated defending champions Le Bleu of France 4-2 via penalty shootout. According to the ranking, newly crowned champions Argentina ranked up, followed by France, who was second. Croatia won the 3rd place against Morocco, currently 3rd position. Atlas Lions of Morocco were placed 4th position after losing the 3rd place match on Saturday. Morocco is the highest ranked team in Africa, and the Teranga Lions of Senegal is ranked 10th. And also placed 2nd in Africa. The Indomitable Lions of Cameroon are ranked 19th and 3rd in Africa. The Carthage Eagles of Tunisia are ranked 21st and 4th in Africa. And the Black Stars of Ghana are ranked 24th and 5th in the continent. Host country Qatar came last on the ranking table after they lost all their group matches in the competition. And that's your sport news on World Now at 4. Back to Udwak Daniel for the rest of the news. I am Richard Badum.
Many thanks, Richard Badung, for that one on sports. And that's how we call it close for the World Now at 4. But before we go, a quick look at our top stories. We told you court convict obese DG for money laundering. We also told you court rules asylum seekers lawful. We brought to the fore Kennedy III confirmed as special envoy to Northern Ireland. And on sports, Messi named the best player as Kylian Mbappe wins Golden Boot. Remember to visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channel, all at Hills TV. I am Udwak Daniel. Thank you for watching.